Hey, you want to speak English like a real native speaker, right? You want to sound smooth, natural, and confident? If your goal is true fluency, you've got to start using the exact words and phrases we use in everyday conversations. That's exactly why I made this channel for you. Speak English Daily. In this video, I'll teach you vocabulary and expressions that we actually say in real life. Ready? Let's dive in. I'm Mike. Let's get started. We'll begin with our first scenario, a group of young women. Let's see how I, as a native speaker, would describe this scene. Looking closely, the first thing I notice are these two young women standing together. The word that pops into my head? Dependable. Say it with me. Dependable. One more time. Dependable. Great. So what does dependable actually mean? It means trustworthy, reliable, someone you can count on no matter what. When I see one leaning on the other, I think she trusts her. She knows she can rely on her. Maybe in your own life, there's someone like that. A friend, parent, or sibling you know will always have your back. You can say, "My best friend is incredibly dependable." Example sentence. Her boss said she was a very dependable assistant. Your turn. Repeat after me. Excellent. Remember, this word isn't just for work situations. You can use it with friends, family, and anywhere else. Now, moving to the next person in the picture, the young woman with a bright, beautiful smile. The word I'd use here is exuberant. Repeat after me. Exuberant. One more time. Exuberant. Perfect. Exuberant means full of energy, joy, and enthusiasm. People often tell me, "Mike, you're so enthusiastic." Now you can say, "Teacher, you're such an exuberant person." Think of someone you know who lights up the room, always full of positivity. That's an exuberant person. Example sentence. He has such an exuberant personality. Your turn. Great job. So far, we've learned dependable and exuberant. Next, my eyes go to the young lady in the top left corner. She looks reserved. Say it with me. Reserved. Again, reserved. Excellent. Reserved describes someone who doesn't speak or act too freely, someone more quiet and private, especially around big groups. I'm the opposite, very outgoing, but some people are naturally more reserved. In the picture, she seems shy, peeping to herself. Maybe you know someone like that, a close friend who, in a big crowd, prefers to stay in the background. Example sentence. My friend is more reserved than I am, but she loves being around people. Your turn. Perfect. And here's a tip. Reserved can also describe animals. If you have a pet that's friendly with you but hides when strangers visit, you can say, "My dog is a bit reserved." So now we have three words: dependable, exuberant, and reserved. Next, I notice another pair of women in the picture, and the phrase that comes to mind is ride or die. Repeat after me. Ride or die. Good. This slang expression means someone who's extremely loyal, willing to stand by you through anything. Example sentence. My best friend will always be my ride or die. Your turn. Excellent. Think of that one person who's always on your side, no matter what. That's your ride or die. Now, looking at one of the women on the right, her expression tells me she's self-assured. Say it with me. Self-assured. One more time. Self-assured. This means confident in your own abilities and character. When I saw her, she looked like she could take on anything. Example sentence. The new employees could tell their boss was a very self-assured and confident leader. Your turn. Perfect. Quick tip. Self-assured can be used as a compliment, or if you say too self-assured, as a mild criticism, so be mindful of the tone. If you say, I love my boss, she's so self-assured, that's a compliment. But if you say, you're too self-assured, it can sound like criticism. It really depends on how you deliver it. All right, quick recap. You've now learned dependable, exuberant, reserved, ride or die, and self-assured. And you know what that means. It's quiz time. Let's see how much you've remembered. Question 1. Fill in the blank with a word or phrase we learned today. You've got 5 seconds. The interview revealed that he was a very blank and mature young man. Ready? Go. Time's up. The answer is self-assured. Nailed it? I think you did. All right, next one. Question 2. Since her mom was always there for her, the woman said she was her blank. 5 seconds and time. The answer? Ride or die. That's right. Question 3. My friend is quiet and blank. Timer's running. Time's up. The answer is reserved. Great job. Question 4. A bit trickier. His passion revealed that he was a very blank dancer. 5 seconds. Time. The answer? Exuberant. An exuberant dancer. Well done. Final question. I need someone blank to take care of the children while I'm at work. 5 seconds and time. The answer is dependable. Exactly. Nice work. You remembered them all. Now, let's go over some easy patterns so you can start making your own sentences. Dependable. Name is the most dependable person I know because. Example. Mark is the most dependable person I know because he's always there when I need him. Exuberant. The exuberant person, description, action tied to their joy. Example. The exuberant woman with long hair loves making people laugh. Reserved. Person was very reserved, so action they didn't do. Example. Her brother was very reserved, so he didn't talk to anyone at the event. Ride or die. Person has been my ride or die since time period. Example. My best friend Wilma has been my ride or die since we were in the 4th grade. Self-assured. A self-assured person usually confident action. Example. A self-assured person usually speaks comfortably in front of a crowd. So today you learned 5 powerful everyday English words that will help you sound like a native speaker. I hope you put them into practice starting now. All right, that's the lesson, but you know what time it is? Story time. Today's story is about my ride or die, my best friend. I'll be careful about names here, just in case anyone's watching. Back in college, I had dated a guy during high school and off and on in college, but at the time of this story, we weren't together. My best friend and I were heading to an event hosted by another friend, and guess who was also there? Yep, that guy. We arrived, found a table, and sat down to eat lunch. My best friend sat beside me, and the guy sat directly across from us. Our breakup hadn't been messy, but it was still awkward. He started talking, mostly to me, and my best friend could sense I wasn't exactly comfortable. I wasn't nervous, but I was thinking, why are we chatting like we're close? You're dating someone else now. The conversation fizzled out, and then there was silence. Now, my best friend, my ride or die, is actually a pretty reserved person, just like the word we learned earlier. She's not the type to make the first move or start a conversation with someone she doesn't know well. She's naturally a bit shy. So there we were, me looking at him looking at me, and the awkwardness was growing.
Then, out of nowhere, my usually reserved best friend turned to him and said, "Why are you still sitting here?" She was talking directly to him. He froze, surprised, and she calmly added, "If you're finished, it's fine to walk away now." Now, this is totally out of character for her, which is why I was so shocked. I looked at her, then at him, and back again, unsure what to say. She repeated, "It's okay if the conversation's over." And just like that, he stood up and left. We're all still friends today. This was years ago, but that moment made me realize something. My friend may be reserved, but when it matters, she will absolutely speak up. Since then, he and I have had plenty of normal conversations, but I'll never forget how she stepped in that day. Maybe you have a friend like that, your ride or die, someone who might
usually stay in the background, but when the moment calls for it, they speak up and have your back. It was a short story today, but one I'll always remember. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's lesson, learned something new, and keep practicing your English. I'll see you in the next lesson.